and welcome to Yoga with Gayle. This next 20 minutes will be a gentle yoga. Most of you should be able to do it, but as always, any pain, any restrictions, go with the flow of your body rather than trying to keep up with others around you or what you think you should be doing. Yoga is about working on the inside as well as the outside. So let's start up with just a little bit of a warm-up. Placing the feet comfortably apart. Take a breath in, and you will be able to hear some sounds around me. Working outside today. Just a little bit of a halfway down to the shins. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in, lift your arms up, stretch. And each time you breathe out, that's your cue to breathe forward. Press those hip bones back. A little bit of a balance on the feet. A couple more breaths. Breathing in. And when you're ready, breathing out. You're tucking the chin. Striving for a nice long back. You might need to bend the knees or have them soft. Breathing out. Let's just pause here for a moment. Breathing out again and rounding the back. Soft knees here. Breathe in and search for your lifted chest. A couple more. Breathing out. And breathing in. Now maybe this is too deep. Maybe you need to come above the knee or stay below the knee. Just avoid pressing on that joint itself. Close your eyes. Keep breathing, using the back and using your breath to guide the back into each pose, lifting up and pressing down. Curl your back up, tuck the chin, lift the arms up. And this time we're coming to a forward fold. So tuck the tummy in a little bit. Start to soften the knees, bump your hips back, and just explore some length. You might be able to touch the mat or the floor or your feet. Maybe you're up here with me. Let's try an in-breath. Tuck the chin, bump the knees forward, rolling up. Make your morning stretch. Maybe a little baby back bend will suit you. Put the hands down to your heart space. Let's try that again. Breathing in and up. Breathing out to explore length at the back of the legs, length at the back itself. Softening where you need to. Allowing the body to guide you rather than your brain. Making that perfect pose. With yoga, it's all about the feeling. Let's try one more. Forward fold. Rolling down the chin. And bend your knees enough so that you can get your fingertips to the ground. Lifting up one heel at a time. Looking forward a little bit. And we're going to come down to all fours. Take your time. Hands down. Knees gently soften down to the mat. Wrists underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes out So you've got the tops of the feet onto the mat. Now your wrists might feel jammed up. You might just want to take the wrists forward a little bit so you've got a bit more room to work with. Take a little bit of a breath in. And as you breathe out, come into your very first child's pose. Hips back, lengthen the arms. Waiting for your next breath in, breathing in and up. Tuck the chin and breathing out again. So you're breathing in and out of your nose. Imagine making a little bit of a sound at the back of the throat each time you breathe out. It's like a sighing out, but just simply keeping the lips closed. The only way I can make that sound to make it to the microphone, I'm hoping, is to do it with an open mouth. And that's just fine as well. As long as your breath slows everything down, that's why we're doing it. Keep an eyes as you're expanding the chest. Come back to all fours and let's see how much room we've got now. Feeling quite so jammed up, so I'm good to go. What about you? Let's take a breath in now and lift and twist. Breathing in and lift and twist. And then breathing out again. Try a couple more of those. Breathing in and notice what's happening to the hips as you lift. Maybe exploring that twist, lifting the chin, pressing the hips away to one side. A little bit of a stretch between your left hand down here and your right hip. And then breathe it out. Try one more. Breathing in, lifting, a little bit of a stretch away from hip and hand. This one's just hanging in there, helping things along. And then breathe out again. Coming forward to a very easy plank. And breathing out again into your child's pose. Let's try that little vinyasa again. Breathing in, come to all fours. Breathing out to prepare. Breathing in, this time it's your left hand. Lift and twist. And breathing out. A couple more. Breathing in and start to play with that stretch. Bottom hand, top hip. And then when you're ready, breathing out. One more. Breathing in. Twist. Maybe feeling a stretch in the hips. Breathing out. Breathing in, surging forward. Tuck the chin. Breathe out. And find your wide leg now. Child's pose. So the feet are together. Knees are out wide. Tuck the chin. Let's see how a twist feels with the knees out wide like this. Your right hand, breathing in, twist, stretch. Breathe in again, surging forward, squeeze the butt, And breathe out, child's pose. Here's our little dance. Notice how everything's super slow, giving you enough time to feel your way along. Breathe in, breathing out. Breathe in, tuck the chin, and breathing out. Tuck the chin again, lift between the shoulder blades. Breathing in and lifting up. And you might be able to extend that arm. It gets a bit stiff there in the shoulder blades. Join it. Put the hands forward a little bit. And let's really surge forward. Knees coming together into a bit of an up dog. Notice I haven't lifted my knees, but I can if that feels good. I'm going to stay with my knees down. Breathing out again, stretch those hips back. Tuck the chin for your next breath. Breathing out. Left hand breath in. Maybe extend, maybe not. And find your plank. So I've tucked my toes this time. I'm going to breathe in. Lift up. Just keep breathing. See if you can get the front of the elbows to point forward, opening up the chest. And feel free to have maybe one or two legs down, a little bit of a dance like I'm doing. That's all. Breathe out, knees down. Child's pose. Let's get those open knees again. Allow the hands to roll back. And take a couple of breaths here. Notice that you're now breathing into the back. Ribs opening, expanding, gently relaxing. And when you're ready, take the hands underneath the shoulders. Switch the tummy on, just lifting up into hero's pose. So we've got a wide knee hero's pose. Let's bring the knees together. Have a little look. If you're not used to it, bring the knees together. Take the feet out a little bit. And you want to snuggle the hips in between your heels. I'm going to turn around and show you what that looks like. So instead of on the heels, which is fine, let's take the feet out a bit. Settle down there a little bit. And that might be perfectly comfortable, or maybe your knees are screaming at you. And here's where hand and cushion, maybe you've got a yoga block at home. Just allowing a little bit of space between the hips and the heels. And again, I'm going to take my heels out, put my toes together, try and relax. And it feels good for me. But here's a couple more tips. So if you're still a little bit tight in the ankles, this may not be a very comfortable position. And so let's take the weight out of it. Just placing your hands on the mat and working your way until you can feel a little bit of weight, but it feels okay. Not too much between the knees or the ankles. Couple of breaths here. And so today we're going to do a standing meditation. A little bit of a game. Take a breath in and come back to all fours, taking that away from you if you need to. Have a little bit of a turn of those feet and dig your toes in. Take the knuckles down to your mat and just lift up the knees, coming into your very bent knees, soft knees, forward fold. Tuck your chin in. And just adjust clothes. Get yourself comfortable. So if it's a cold day for you, you might want to put on some clothes, maybe some socks. Pretty nice here for me. I'm going to, in a moment, ask you to close your eyes. So let's set up for that a few options. If you want a real challenge, knuckles of the big toes together, sway those heels apart, and you're feeling pretty strong, pretty solid. If that's not for you, take the feet comfortably underneath the hips, but maybe turn the toes out. Maybe you need a little bit more foundation. Or maybe the mat's not a great idea for you today. Start off folding the hands and clasp the hands and press them onto the back of the hand and just gently close your eyes. You might notice that you're a little bit dizzy. And so a good option is to have the eyes just soft, staring at one thing. Now I'm playing my favourite music in the background. And maybe you could play your favourite music in the background too, next time you watch this video. In the meantime, let's try this same clasped hands behind the back. So again, some options. Clasping the fingers, wrists together, pulling up, and then gently softening your eyes. Maybe weaving the hands together or the fingers gives you just a little bit more space, something for your mind to chew on. And just notice one thing. Maybe too much on the fingers or the hands. Maybe you can just press the back of the hands into that low back sacrum area. Feels really good. And your challenge is to kind of try and relax the shoulders. Wherever you are, think about your body. Make sure it feels nice and relaxed. So you've got a little bit of a challenge, that balance. Letting go of the breath. Tune into what your body is doing to keep you safe, to keep you balanced. Anytime you feel unsafe, doesn't feel right for you, remember, you're in charge. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands down to your sides, just like you normally would. Just relax the body. Tune into what your body is doing. Notice that the feet are working. Muscles switched on in the legs that you wouldn't even notice. See where you can relax now. Maybe the hips, maybe the knees, or maybe you've discovered there's actually a bit of tension in the neck or the shoulders. And by now, you may begin to notice that the body is still moving. I'm going to exaggerate it, but there's a little bit of a sway happening. Now, you might not notice this at all. Go back to noticing where you can find tension in the body. And use that just as your focus point, your drishti. If you are noticing that slight oscillation of the body, tune into that feeling. And without opening your eyes or moving your body, take a few deep breaths in now. And use your imagination. Each breath, the freshness, fresh, calming energy. Each breath out, just go back, notice the body, notice any tension. Breathing in fresh, calming energy. Breathing out, just noticing the body. See where you can relax. In your next couple of breaths, start to get some movement, maybe in the fingers, the shoulders, maybe your head. Maybe a little bit of a sway will help you with your back. Allow those heels to lift. Have a little bit of a shake out of the feet, shake of the arms. Set them comfortably underneath your hips. And let's take a breath in. Hands together, Anjali Mudra. Breathe out to your heart space. Try one more of those. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathe out. Hands to your heart space. And nodding your head slightly. Namaste, everybody. Stay safe. Stay warm. My name's Gayle, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.